We got another Tom MacDonald song to react to, and he is looking creepy on this first frame.
That's rude.
Look at his eyes, man.
It's
They're
probably
like
a disability or something. You don't just say that about people's faces.
he's got like
this
chromed
guy,
out eyes.
Like he's never met someone with cataracts.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness. Don't make fun of people with cataracts. They're not freaks. You're normal.
So this song is Chrome.
I've been wild since my teenagers, high-speed chases, smoking weed in parking lots of police stations. Couple CDs in my Discman, it was Pocket Nirvana. Skateboard deck was painted with the topless pick of Madonna. The rule, I'm the same young buckaroo. Beat a dudes for a mother dunkaroo. School, the president of the world too. This, them, that, you. I'm a problem, been disturbing the peace. Bourbon bottles and vodka, my Honda swerved through the streets. Middle finger's been waving since I was barely 13. And you might die tonight if you decide you're riding with me. Still the illest cracker rapping, yeah, they all been hating. Losing space for tattoos on my face, my hair is always braided. Mom
had to be bleeped so many times. You, that, this, president of the world. I guess you got to do what you got to do to keep your song on YouTube.
My crying happy tears, her baby boys finally made it. Never look in mirrors, I get nervous seeing someone famous. I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat road, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. I was wild since a child, talk, I'ma lose control. Young kid didn't have a car, cruise control.
That is so funny because it's like I grew up in Las Vegas and you see things like you see old beater cars with like $5,000 spinner rims all the time. And you're like, those rims are worth more than your car. And that is just Vegas, baby.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love it. Love it.
Always sitting passenger, my buddy drove a Saturn. Roll up the weed, pass it, now we all laughing. Smoke the blunt till it's gone, laps all ashes. Jump out for fun, run up, get that kick soundtrack of my life. Oh, dirty bastard, Tupac, Biggie, Nas, it's all classic. Every Tuesday, new CD out the plastic. Ditch school, smoke weed, drink till I blasted. Master P was killing it, Lil Wayne was real then. East Coast had it unlocked like you can't get in. I remember the first time I heard Many Men, and I'd still be rapping if there never was an Eminem. Who the f you talking to? Fit hats and Tim boots. I'll kill any rapper and whoever sent you. I had a pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome.
This is a funny song to listen to because you can tell what it is it's kind of like an ode to being the first generation that is grown up, are now made it as rappers that really grew up listening to rap. Before then, rap wasn't very mainstream. There really weren't many people doing it. So this is the first generation of rappers that grew up in that, or with that influence. Interesting, and that I've never really thought about that, but this song does point that out.
Bro, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were
Everybody hurting Nova, giving dirty looks and throwing shoulders outside bodegas like Mr. Bommy Coronas.
What?
His shoes? You see his shoes? Look at his shoes.
Yes, they're the Misfits. Yes, the Misfit boots. If you didn't know, they had a crossover with Crocs, where they have made giant yellow Crocs versions of those with the holes in them, completely defeating the purpose of a big old boot because it's got holes in it. Good luck in the weather. But that exists. They're like, I think those boots are like $600. The Crocs ones, I think the ones he's wearing are like $300-400. Yeah, those are a good meme.
That you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat road, just a bunch of hoes trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were
Everybody hurting Nova, giving dirty looks and throwing shoulders outside bodegas like Mr. Bommy Coronas. The type to slick a wallet and then flip IDs. Always two middle fingers sticking out a Slipknot tee. And if you met me, you either got robbed or bought weed. The mall rat bumming cigarettes at entrance 3. Skipped so much and when I showed up, teachers called police. Cause I only went to school to sell a beef. I was a menace in a tattoo, choking necklace, stuffing lip gloss in my pocket, shotgun in a stolen Lexus. Reckless, the plug for anything, I did it all. If you can find an ask around to tell you who to call, meet me at the mall, Tripping on shrooms, ripping off shoes, twisting up dopes. Everyone, I'm never gonna listen to you. 15-year-old me will put a fist through a dude. From group homes to infamy, you.
I think she may have stolen this song.
Yeah.
She just like took over.
You know, it's interesting. I have mixed feelings about this song.
Okay.
On the one hand, it's like, look, I didn't have everything. Like it was rough and tumble, and like we just like I was the bad kid. But look, I turned out. You know, like now I'm, went from group homes to infamy, right? Mm-hmm. But the majority of the people who are like, having trouble with authority and behavior and things like that are not going to end up there. They're going to end up struggling in prison.
Yeah.
Or,
but everyone likes the underdog story.
Yeah, no, but this is like the kind of stuff where it's like, and I don't know how it's going to end, but like a lot of rap songs where there's like, look, I do a lot of bad things and I'm like, my life is so good. This almost kind of falls into that.
Yeah, but they have a lot of songs where they talk about their struggles.
They do. Like, this isn't one of them, though.
An inordinate amount of them in comparison to songs like this.
Right. Yeah, there's a lot of that.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And I do like a lot of those songs. But I'm not critiquing the whole catalog.
Yeah.
I'm talking about this
true.
one.
This specific song.
Yeah.
I thought the first half, before Nova just like took over the song, was okay. Mm-hmm. And Nova's takeover and that entire rap sequence, it went on so long.
I was just two middle fingers out of a Slipknot tee.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sitting there like, I tried to pause multiple times, but it just kept going, and she just like took over. I had seen Tom post something like, people don't seem to appreciate that Nova is a very talented rapper on her own.
I really like a lot of her songs.
I've never really listened to her stuff. I never appreciated it as much, but that was solid.
Yeah.
That was a gifted and well-performed rap. And that was long. It's not easy to keep your tongue moving that efficiently that long.
Well.
I would have stuttered.
That's not what I meant. Anyway, yeah, so she's behind the scenes a lot for Tom MacDonald, but she has a lot of her own stuff, and it's really quite good.
Mm-hmm. A pack of cigarettes and didn't give a I was bad to the bone. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome. Flat road, just a bunch of bows trying to see life like the glass half full. Drove a beater that you couldn't roll the windows up, but the rims were chrome.
It's a fun song. Not my favorite song. Not my favorite out of their catalog. I don't know.
It didn't strike me as a song I will listen to often, but if I could just cut out that
Nova's
Nova
junk,
rap and just play that was fire.
Yeah, I thought that she was really good, and like I said, I've heard her in a lot of her songs before, and she's a very talented artist. I am honestly surprised that she's not featured more. I think it's because Tom MacDonald does a lot more controversial things, especially like political things. It was when he was putting out a lot of his political things is when he had a lot of that big growth.
Yeah, I think it's also like he's better at marketing himself.
Yeah.
He's better at getting on all the social medias and saying like, yeah, F the system and you should go and buy my CD, and then posting just the funniest ads. His ads for his albums are hilarious.
Yeah, they are.
And Nova is not quite as like, oh yeah, look at me type. She you can tell she's more like a I'm in the background style person. That's just her personality type. Makes it so she's not as good at marketing herself. I think that's a big reason why Tom is bigger than she is. But she deserves just as much credit on like all of Tom's songs as Tom does.
Right.
And Tom says that.
Yeah. Overall, probably not really my cup of tea for the song, but I did find a lot of, like you said, Nova had some really solid rap. Everybody had some really solid lines in there, but like you said, I think Nova stole the show there. So props.
If you liked this song, our reaction to Tom MacDonald's
other song
is right here somewhere.
Nice.